multiple offers. You may be freaked out about losing your head. You may be freaked out about paying too much for the house. Here's how you solve that problem. Get right with yourself about your budget. Get right with yourself about how much that particular home could be worth to you. And then play the little game. Write the number down on a piece of paper. I'm paying this much for this house. And then imagine that you get the call from me. You get the call from your agent and they say, congratulations, you're buying a house. You're paying, and then they say that number. How do you feel? Are you hype? Are you excited? You get to buy that house? That's what you want. That's the feeling you want to have. You want to be excited. I like the excitement part. If you hear that number and you hear that you get to buy the house, you have won the contract, and you hear that number and you go, because you know how much you're paying for it. You know what your monthly costs are going to be. You know what the sticker price is, and you feel nauseous about that. You offered them too much money, and that was a choice you made, and that was a choice that was within your control. So pre-game it. When you're discussing what sort of an offer to make, play that game. If you have a partner, play that with your partner. Write numbers down. Take a look at the recent sales. Your agent should be providing you comparable recent sales and giving you an opinion of what price they think is fair for that home. Now, at the end of the day, a home is worth what someone is willing to pay for it. Market value is whatever they get. So we only ever really know what the market value is for a house the day it sold. The day after that, that data point doesn't exist. All of the information from your realtor and all these websites that are saying this house is worth this house is, estimated at blah, blah, blah. That's all made up. Now, it's a good general blurry watercolor of what someone probably is going to pay for the thing if you wanted to try and sell it right now, but it's not real. Money isn't real until it is cash in hand. So know what other properties like it have sold for. If there is a house down the street that sold last year, you should know what that is. If there's a house down the street that sold last week, you should absolutely know what that is. Now, figuring out which houses to compare it to is both an art and a science. There's a lot of different things that can impact what someone chooses to pay for a home. As you know, because you are buying a home right now, there are things that are important to you that are worth more money to you than they may be to that other guy. A pool is a really good example. If a house has a pool, that is a break even as far as I'm concerned, at least where I sell real estate. Just as many people looking at homes in Northern Virginia are likely to say, I don't want my toddler to drown, so I don't want to buy a house with a pool. Full stop. A pool is not value to that buyer. Now, another buyer who grew up with a pool because they're from somewhere where they are more common than they are in Northern Virginia may look at a pool and go, oh, that's my dream, right? I want to own a home with a pool. I want to own a home like I grew up in, and I know what it costs to maintain. I know what I need to do to take care of it. I know the value that is going to bring to my life, and so I'm willing to pay a little more maybe for a house with a pool. But because there are people who it's a deal breaker, it means your buyer pool goes down. At least this was pre-COVID. Like maybe the backyard oasis phenomenon has changed that a little bit, but I've not seen it yet, to be honest. Most people that I've spoken with about their home purchase, if they have anxiety about pools, that is not going to change. Doesn't matter how much time they're spending at home now. They're not here for it. So what do you feel like is a fair value for that property is going to be a unique question for each and every buyer. However, you can in aggregate look at what other homes like it have sold for, like it meaning nearby, similar square footage, similar age of construction, similar renovations, similar bedrooms and bathrooms, similar floor plan, but every house is unique. Even if it's the exact same floor plan, maybe the house next door was better taken care of. Maybe the house next door was not better taken care of. Maybe they did a renovation last year and this house didn't. Tons and tons of factors. And so there's no hard and fast rules to this. This is part of what agents have to really dive into to get granular on. And the fact of the matter is, in a marketplace like this, you can dive in, you can get granular, you can say, if I was listing this property, this is what I would put it at based on what the market is doing, what the competition is, if there's competition. And I feel like XYZ is a fair price for the house. That's one opinion. And 3 other buyers may feel like that price is low. You also then wind up with issues on appraisal when you're in a hot marketplace and houses get bid up and the price goes up and up and up and up over what you would have expected it to sell for 6 months ago, a year ago.